Okay, well, I love learning, and that's why every day I want to come to school. I like classes like math and science and English, and every day I want to learn something new. So that's why I love to come to school.
Not wanting to miss something that I might learn just that day, and also being with my friends, and sometimes I like to interact with my teachers, so yeah.
Because I've really liked all of my teachers from my sophomore year, and all of them they were passionate about what they were teaching. Like my English, my history teacher, like my science teacher, like they were all really fun. Like they made learning really fun to like you would never be bored at their class unless you're probably taking a test. But yeah, like the teachers at Central, that's I usually don't want to miss school because I miss a lesson of what they're doing, but like a lesson I could always make up, but how they taught it, I could never like see it again. So
For a lot of people, including me, it's like hanging out with friends and stuff, but it's also about the more interesting classes, like the more advanced classes, especially for me, because next year as a senior, I'm taking AP Chemistry and I'm taking like two other AP classes, and that's mainly the reason why I want to go to school, as well as the Performing Arts Academy here at Southwest.
You know, people say like, "Oh, school's boring. It's a waste of time." But actually, it's not a waste of time because it can help you with your education, and also like if you want to go to college and pursue a career, it can really help you and also you meet a lot of people along the way. So it's pretty fun to go to school, even though there's work in it. But it's all when you're done with the whole school, you'll see it's worth it. So that's.
I'm a student. I'm an English learner. So if I get a diploma for this school with English learning, with Spanish and English idiom, so it's like a wow.
Interaction more with students, like not just teachers but counselors and people that work in the office, because like what if I don't feel comfortable asking something to my mom, and I can just go to any adult in my school, and that way I can feel more comfortable with them. Yeah.
School is like teacher support in the classes because sometimes the teacher is busy in some things and they can explain you the things that you don't understand, and some support teacher can help you with that stuff, with the things that you don't understand.
When I first got here, the system was new for me, and I didn't get a lot of things. I didn't know there were AP classes. I didn't know what was that. I didn't know what's the Casey, and I didn't have someone to explain me. I had to learn those things by myself. So it will be better if from not only for the freshmen, because I know there's a program for the freshmen to help them, but for all the new students that are in the system, that are used to it, you have someone to explain those things.
A lot of teachers just lecture and don't understand why they're not kids aren't paying attention in class. It's because we want to be doing something else. We're thinking about something else. We're thinking about, oh, my friend's party, or oh, I'm going over to this or that, or I'm going to go see this. We're not really thinking about what we're doing in class while we're in class. Our brains run at about like 100 miles a minute. We don't want to focus, and that's the main problem because they don't really see that we're not focusing.
All the teachers, like sometimes they get together in a group, and for all the subjects they give you one project. You get together with teammates like 4 or 5 people, and for I don't know 4 subjects you do a big project, and that project that you explain it and expose it to other teachers, students, and yeah, all members of the school.
I guess making them like knowing that they want to be there, because some teachers have complained that they wish they wouldn't teach. Well, not that they wouldn't teach, but that they don't really like how it works, because some students don't even pay attention. So I wish they would make me feel more welcome.
Is having more teachers that actually are passionate about what they're teaching, because there's some teachers that are just so monotone, it sounds and it doesn't really look like they want to teach that subject. And if the student doesn't feel if the teacher's passionate about what they're teaching, the student it's not going to be as effective as a teacher that's really passionate about what they're teaching, and they're making you have fun while you're learning. And another teacher is just telling you tell you what to do it, and you're good. And it's okay.
Basically, like having someone that you feel you could trust at school. You know, like people don't see it or they don't feel it, but we need people that actually go out and talk to the students, like be friendly with them, make sure they're doing okay, or they can actually feel comfortable with somebody. That's what I think.
If we that came from Mexico get like I don't know ABB diploma, or get involved in many AP classes, and we pass those classes, they will be like, hey, those guys came from Mexico and we're in our own country. We can do that too.
I wish more adults at my school smile more. If you walk into school and you see all the teachers smiling, that'll motivate you or make you happy.
I wish more adults or teachers will support students to do their best. Well, I feel like for me it will be that you don't feel embarrassed or awkward to ask an adult a question if I have a doubt about a subject, and that I can trust an adult to that I have a question with.
I wish more adults or teachers at my school would get to know their students on a one-on-one basis, like some of my teachers have, because it builds the bond between a teacher and a student, and it can also help a student excel in class.
I wish that more adults or teachers in school will encourage you to keep studying, to keep working, to not only in your school, that also in your life, to encourage you to keep going, to keep living your life 100%.
Teachers at school would make me feel more comfortable if I need help, because sometimes I'm scared to go to them, and yeah, that because I want to feel more comfortable without being shy or anything.
Two teachers that I feel are really good at not just being teachers but just being there for their students, whether they need them for an education problem with their other classes, they need help, or just a personal problem that they feel they need to talk to someone about and they can't go to their counselor or something. Those two teachers are always there for them, and they help them realize what's the bad the good thing about that bad thing that's happening to you. They make you stay optimistic.
The first teacher was my work history, was Mr. Roncal, that every single day he encouraged you to learn more. He encouraged you to do something more with your life, to do to the maximum level. He always tell you something to keep going, like always go forward, never look back.
Mine would be my health and intro to computers teacher, Miss Hargrove at Central, because she would interact with every student and she would tell us stories of how she started helping other students, and I just felt really connected to her, and I did community service with her, which made me have a stronger bond with her. That's why she was my favorite.
Well, my teachers at Central, every single teacher is amazing. Everyone teaches so well. But especially, I have a teacher whose name is Norma Piñeiro. She was my world history teacher, and she always encourages students to learn English because I'm an English learner. She was always saying that we could do the notebook and the notes in Spanish, but also that we can start force ourselves to improve every time, because at first everything I wrote was in Spanish. I could finish my book, my notebook, with all the notes in English, the summaries, because she encourages students to improve their knowledge, their language. She's an amazing teacher, and